Okay, just before we get into this video about why Bill Russell is better than Michael Jordan and is the greatest player of all time, just a quick disclaimer, this is not a video hating on Chris Smoove's video, so I just want to make that clear just before we get into today's video. So let's get right into it. So Bill Russell has he's listed about 6'10", but I think he's about 6'9" on the dot. You guys already know his accomplishments, but just before we get right into it, just a quick clip just to start this video off.
You always need the best to bring the best out in you. So I was always fortunate to have to know that I was going to play against William Felton Russell.
The winning is only important if you beat the best. My friend Wilt Norman Chamberlain was far and away the best player I've ever played against.
When you think about Bill Russell, you just think about, oh, he played in a specific era and so on and so on. But he has 11 rings for a reason. And I am going to showcase why he has 11 rings. Yes, you can say he played with these many Hall of Famers and so on and so on. But there's a reason why these guys became Hall of Famers. Along with him becoming a Hall of Famer, you really have to break it down and look at how great this guy really was. He could do everything, but he never needed to do everything because he had other players that could do those things as well. So the way I look at, I guess it's all about opinions, to be honest. Because with his 11 rings and his 5 MVPs, with the Finals MVP being named after him, and that just showcases his greatness right there. Just the Finals MVP being named after him. But the way I look at like how great a player is his individual performance and how his individual attributes actually benefit his team and make his team better. Let's take a quick look at this clip right here.
What have you learned from Bill Russell?
Wow. So, tactically speaking, because I'm always geek out about the game. He said when I played, I could score the ball, I could handle the ball, and I could pass the ball. But it was really important in order for us to win. I had to look at my teammates and say, okay, there's other players here that do that better. Therefore, I must allow them to do that. And what I do best is defend and rebound. So I'm going to completely focus on that. Let Kuzi handle the ball. Right, let Sams be the shooter, Havlicek be the shooter. And I thought that was a very, very insightful thing that I used in how I was able to go on and win those 2 championships post-Shaq.
So when you really think about it, and you look at Russell's overall stats, because you can make the case that, oh, he's more of a defensive player than he was an offensive player. And most of these highlights that you do find are defensive plays and so on. But you have to understand that he could have focused on scoring. He could have decided that, oh, you know what, I'm really going to focus on my stats and ensure that I score, so people realize that, oh, I could also score. But he didn't mind that. His main focus was always winning. He just wanted to win. And when you think about it right there, that has to be a player's overall goal is to win. So he did whatever he could to make sure that his team won. And if that meant him not scoring, then so be it. But that's what I'm trying to say. When you think about it, this guy truly is the greatest. Because check this out right here. He literally got the rebound, took the ball coast to coast, and ended up dunking it. And he just made it look so simple. And yeah, you're gonna say, oh, this is the era he played in, but he couldn't choose the era he played in. All he did was play the game against the people that was in front of him and ensure that he got the job done.
More often than not, the Celtics were better.
That's one thing that I have a quarrel with. I have better players because I personally work with them to make them better players. I did things physically, emotionally, and intellectually to my teammates to make them better players. It wasn't just out there, I walked out there and I got these guys and this guy and they doing all this. Yeah, they were great. They took advantage of the situation. But the situation was part of my creation. Like when we got Don Nelson with the Celtics, he had been waved out of the league. And we brought him in for try the Celtics. So I said to Nelly, I said, you're probably worried about certain things because they said you couldn't rebound in the Lakers, and that's why they let you go. I said, tell you what, when it comes to rebounding, screen your man out and don't worry about it. I'll take care of the rebounds. Now what I've done is I've lifted a negative off his shoulders. Now he can do the things that he can do in a relaxed fashion, which is less fatiguing. That makes him a better player. I decided
that I will never change the way I play for the Celtics, to try to play to match him.
And the thing that you did was you were able to adjust to whoever your teammates were.
My adjustments were always, what will I have to do to make sure we keep winning?
You see that right there? What do I have to do to make sure that we keep winning? And what he needed to do for his team was to rebound and play defense. He didn't need to score. And I'm very much sure if he needed to score, that's what he would have done. This man just did whatever he needed to do to make sure that he won. And that's why he has 11 rings. I don't think it's about the era that he played in. I think it's more about the person himself and his determination just to ensure that his team always won. That's why this guy's the GOAT.
Russell even won 5 MVPs, with 4 coming at Wilt's expense. He's the greatest winner of all time, and it's not close. Let's talk about these MVPs. I think you said 62, which is all the way down here, that was your favorite one because that was your Wilt averaged 50 points a game, and Oscar had the triple-double, but you were the MVP.
Well, we won more games.
So when he got to 62, it burned you personally.
Yeah, because I think we lost that game. If he got 62 and we won, that wouldn't mean anything. But when he got 62, I think they won the game. That bothered me.